Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. So Colin Kaepernick, he had his workout in front of some NFL teams today. And I'm going to be giving you guys my opinions on the workout because, yes, I did watch the entire live stream of Colin Kaepernick's workout. And I do have my opinion on how he did. But, unfortunately, my opinion is very, very mixed. Now, a lot of you guys know I'm rooting for Colin Kaepernick, right? I think he deserves to be back in the NFL. I do think he is definitely top 32 for sure, top 64 quarterbacks in the world right now. So he should be on the NFL roster. But of course, everything that's happened before, a lot of teams don't want to touch him. So he got an opportunity, right? An opportunity by the NFL, whether it was Jay-Z that helped provide it or whatever helped provide the format or the situation for the league to give Colin Kaepernick this time and this opportunity. He got this opportunity, right? 25 teams were going to be present. He's going to have the opportunity to showcase his skills and throw the football. But of course, we had some hiccups along the way. There was issues with wide receivers, which I do agree with Colin Kaepernick. That is a big deal. You want to have receivers that you're familiar with at least, right? There was issues with wide receivers. There was liability issues of, do they want to sign this waiver or no, we're going to give you this waiver, and the NFL saying this is not sufficient enough. And then of course the whole issue of whether or not Colin Kaepernick could bring in his own cameras and if this workout could be an open workout where the media could come in. The NFL wants it to be a private workout, so Colin Kaepernick decides we're going to call an audible. We're not going an hour out, and we're going to go ahead and have our own workout. At a high school, we will invite whatever teams that want to come down to come down. So the list went from 25 NFL teams. Of course, it's just the scouts, right? No general managers or head coaches are going to be there on the Saturday. Why is this workout on the Saturday? Don't ask me. Makes no sense. But anyway, instead of the 25 scouts coming, there's only 7 now. Now, those scouts represented the Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, Washington Redskins, New York Jets, Tennessee Titans, San Francisco 49ers, which was surprising, and the Detroit Lions. So those are the confirmed teams that we know that was at that workout. But how did he look during that workout? I think he looked good. Now, by that, there was some missed throws, and it's something you expected, right? Even before the workout, when I was talking, kind of thinking about it, I was saying if you are not familiar with your wide receivers or you haven't had enough time to really work with your wide receivers, there's going to be some timing issues, right? Every receiver runs routes differently. Some are quicker, some are faster, some gets in and out of cuts quicker or slower. It's going to be different timing that's there. The wide receivers really did not help. There were some dropped balls. Now, he did have some nice talent. Bruce Ellington, his old teammate, was there. Bryce Butler, former NFL wide receiver, also there. So it's not like he had a bunch of scrubs, right? But of course, you have to get that timing down. So I did see Colin Kaepernick overshoot a couple deep bombs. I also seen him starting to overcompensate and underthrow a couple of deep balls, right? But overall, what we seen out of Colin Kaepernick, I liked. Of course, his arm strength is still there. The ball is still flying out of his arm, right? The footwork is still there. When he was rolling out, going with the play actions, you can see the footwork. That's what I was focusing on. How can he still showcase that mobility and throw the football on the run? He showed all of those things. Of course, you have to excuse, whether you want to or not, you have to excuse some of the timing issues because we don't know how much work the wide receivers and Colin Kaepernick have had, right? But with that said, he looks good. He looks like a guy who should be on the field, but I don't really think at this point, I mean, some people were questioning Colin Kaepernick's skill level. I don't think everybody was really questioning his skill level. I think a lot of us thought he would have balled if he was out in front of all 25 teams, right? We thought no matter what, he was going to look pretty good in this workout. I think he looked fairly good in this workout. Is everything else, right? Is whether or not he is going to want to play, whether or not the team's fans are really going to accept it or embrace it, or they're going to feel some type of way, or if they decide to bring him into a workout and they didn't sign him, but they get any backlashes, all the extra stuff, right, that comes with Colin Kaepernick at this point. I think that is what's preventing a lot of these teams from signing him. After today, I don't think it makes his case any easier. And that's why I'm upset with the situation. I know it wasn't ideal, and I'm always going to say we don't know exactly what the liability was, right? What was in there that they wanted Colin Kaepernick to sign. We don't know that. We don't know how honest the NFL was when they said that they told Kaepernick what they were going to do, what type of drills they want to do, and they allowed him to change the receivers. Of course, it's he said, she said, right? So we don't know the exact details, but I'm just looking at the optics of the situation. This gives people who don't want Colin Kaepernick back in the league another excuse to not want him back in the league. And that's what hurts me, because I feel like he should be back in the league. And I feel like maybe, of course, this wasn't the most ideal situation for him to, have this workout, but it was a situation nonetheless that I think, for whatever reason, was sort of botched. And what was shown on the field was good. I think he looked fairly well. Like I said, I think some teams are going to be impressed with what they saw. What we know is there's a guy who could play quarterback in this league currently, even at the age of 32 years old. The teams that showed up, yes, maybe some of them could use some help. Philadelphia, maybe they could look for a backup. Kansas City could look for a backup as well. The Redskins, I don't see them going after Colin Kaepernick regardless. They got a bunch of quarterbacks on their roster. The Jets could. The 49ers are very interesting because Colin Kaepernick, he's the one that opted out of that deal the first time. Jimmy Garoppolo, yes, he hasn't looked like all world or anything, but you can't argue with their record, right? And what San Francisco has been doing this season. The Detroit Lions, I don't think they will need to go get a backup. I know Stafford has been injured, but I think they're fine with where they're at. Now, a team that could be someone to pay attention to will be the Tennessee Titans. Yes, you have Marcus Mariota, you have Ryan Tannehill. Both of their contracts are up at the end of the season. They could look to go elsewhere in the draft and then maybe bring in a guy like Colin Kaepernick for a couple years until the young guy is ready to play. That could always be a scenario there. But really, man, it's I don't know, man. I think a lot of us are confused. I don't know if a team is going to take him seriously and sign him. I would love for him to be there. Of course, if he gets signed now, you don't expect him to really play. He'll just be there and kind of practice with the team, maybe be the backup, and kind of go from there. But he showed the arm strength was impressive. I know one executive called his arm strength elite. The mobility was there. He looked good overall. I just don't know if all the other stuff is going to give teams and people who don't want him in the league an excuse not to bring him on board, man. So hopefully it doesn't affect him. But we'll see, man. If you guys seen any of the footage of Colin Kaepernick, let me know you guys' thoughts. I thought he looked solid. Like I said, I wish he, could have had a little bit better timing with the receivers, but you have to excuse that. Whether you like him or not, you have to excuse if you don't have that timing with your receivers. It's hard to kind of just pick it up in a day or two, right? So I think for the situation he was in, he played well. But we'll see what happens. But you guys let me know what you guys think of the workout. And let me know, do you think a team will sign Colin Kaepernick this year? Do you think a team will sign him next year? Or do you think he's basically done? Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section below. It's your boy D Lloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.